Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a simple folded brim. If you are following one of my patterns, I probably had you mark the very first cast on stitch. So that's what you're going to be working with to join this brim in half. I'm working on the So Good beanie right now. So if you're not following my pattern, then you're going to have to locate your first cast on stitch, and we're just gonna fold the bottom part of the knitting inside and pull that first cast on stitch up and onto the needle, onto the left hand needle, like that. Now we're gonna start knitting that cast on with the live stitches on our needle. So I'm just gonna go ahead, this is my first stitch of the round, and I'm going to knit it together, just like that, with my first cast on stitch. At this point, you can remove, oops, sorry, there's cars going by. At this point, you can remove this stitch marker that I had you place, but I go ahead and leave it on there pretty much until the end of the project. That way, in case something goes wrong and I have to rip back, I still have that first cast on stitch marked. So at this point, you're going to continue doing this all along that cast on edge. So your cast on edge, you should have a series of stitches. Mine looks a little wonky because I ripped this project out and now I'm rejoining. So you're gonna wanna go along the edge and just keep picking them up. If at some point, while you're going along and your stitches start to kind of swoop sideways, it means that you have skipped a couple of stitches and you're probably gonna wanna go ahead and rip back and maybe just take a whole bunch of stitch markers and start marking all of your cast on stitches. They're easier to see when you're just looking at them. When they're up here close, it's kind of hard to tell them apart. But what I'm looking for, let me get this yarn out of the way here. What I'm looking for is, so my yarn is coming out of that stitch right here. So I just want to go right directly next to that hole. This is my new stitch. So I'm just going to take that, place it onto my needle, and knit it together. And just keep doing that all the way around, and it'll fold your brim in half like this. And you got a double thick brim. If you have any questions, my DMs on Instagram are always open. Subscribe for more knitting tutorials, and I'll see y'all next time.